أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. Ayah number 75, Surah Al-Waqi'ah. فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم. So I do swear بمواقع النجوم, by the sitting places of the stars. Okay, so this la mean I do not swear, right? I don't. La mean no. But here it is like, for example, there are different explanations given for it. One is like, for example, you say, are you a Christian? So you say no, I am a Muslim. Okay, so the no you bring يعني ليس كما تقول, like the way you think I am not like that, so you bring the la. Okay, and some say la is za'ida here, extra. Okay, and then there was also a muhawara in the Jahiliyyah, they will say la wa abika, and they will say la wallah. That also mean emphasis, which mean I do swear. So here also you say fala uqsimu, I do swear. Mawaqa is the plural of mawqa. Okay, so mawqa'un, which mean wuqu mean like dropping, waqa. Okay, waqa fihi, like for example he dropped, he fell in it. So the place of dropping or the time of dropping, both are called mawqa. Okay, like for example you say this is the mawqa, which means this place, or you say Friday is the mawqa, which means Friday this will happen. Mawqa. Now in Surah Najm, Allah swear by the star. وَالنَّجْمِ إِذَا هَوَى. Okay, I swear by the star when it is about to disappear, like close to the horizon. So there, how it's explained is that the star which is close to the horizon is more valuable. Why? Because one of the purpose of the star is to find directions, and direction is more usefully you can find from a star when it is close to the horizon. Then you know this is north, west, southwest. And the second is that a star which is about to disappear, you appreciate the value. That look, in a few minutes we're not going to have the star. Okay, so you say, look, this star is about to disappear, take advantage from it as much as you can. So that is the disappearing star, Allah. Here Allah is not talking about the star. Allah say the sitting places of the star. Okay, where the stars disappear in the horizon or wherever. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the sitting places of the star also. Okay, so the concept is the same, that the stars which are about to disappear. And from this also some of the ulama in the Tafseer has written that these nujum has effect in the human life, the stars. Okay, the stars put effect on the ocean also, on the people also. And the people who get the information from the stars, they are called kahin, foretellers. And that is true, it can happen, but it is prohibited. That it is one of the major sins that a person, he go to the foreteller, okay, that one is arraf, one is kahin. Arraf is the one that he tell you something in the past. Kahin, something who tell you in the past, and arraf is the one who tell you something for the future. So these things are prohibited, although the effect is there. Okay, so I do swear by the sitting places of the star, and Allah say, وَإِنَّهُ, and this thing that I swear, لَقَسَمٌ, it is an oath, لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ, if you understand, azim, a big. يعني وَإِنَّهُ لَقَسَمٌ عَظِيمٌ لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ. Okay? Yani this is a big qasam if you will understand. Like this is not an ordinary qasam. So what is the jawab qasam? Why Allah is swearing? إِنَّهُ لَقُرْآنٌ كَرِيمٌ. Indeed, this is Qur'an, noble, respectable, full of honor, honorable. Okay? فِي كِتَابٍ مَكْنُونٍ. This is in the preserved, in the protected book. Maknoon, as I told you, maknoon also. It is the root word is kannun, which means hiding. Okay, and it also comes as al-kinnu. The protected thing will be called al-kinnu. So this is in the protected book, which in the Lawh Mahfuz, in the preserved tablet. It is coming from there. It was very high. Harun, the one who are very clean. Okay, mutahhar is mubalagha, which are extremely clean. Okay, now this when the Qur'an is in the Lawh Mahfuz, nobody has access to it except those angels which are very clean. So the shayateen, the devil, completely protected, sealed. They cannot even go near it. Okay? So these mutahharun mean what? The angels. That they cannot touch it. Okay, now the ulama use this ayah also that you cannot touch the Quran when you don't have wudu. Okay, why? The context is that this means angels, the clean angels. So everybody agree with that this mutahharun mean angel. But if you make this ayah and use it, that you do not touch it when you don't have wudu, nothing can stop you. So all the four A'immah, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, they say you cannot touch the Quran without wudu. What is the dalil? They use this ayah. Although the rajih tafseer is which one? That it means angels which are clean, only they have the key and the access in Lawh Mahfuz to the Quran. So you take that tafseer. Now somebody tell you, can you touch the Quran without wudu? Yes, you cannot. Why? Because Allah said, La yamassuhu illa al-mutahharun. No, how can you say this ayah? Because it means angel. Yes, it means angel, but I can use this for the human being also. This is one thing. The second thing is that, suppose you 100% use it for the angel. Even then, to touch the Quran without wudu is what? Prohibited. By what? By the hadith. Okay? So look, there are so many hadiths that the hadith the Prophet ﷺ say, عن مالك عن عبد الله بن أبي بكر ابن حزم أن في الكتاب الذي كتبه رسول الله لعمر بن حزم ألا يمس القرآن إلا طاهر. So look, okay, even if you don't use that ayah, use this hadith, إلا طاهر. Okay? لا يمس القرآن إلا طاهر. Now, the dalil that Aimma are used, the ayah also for this is here. Look, this is Imam Malik rahimahullah say, وَلَا يَحْمِلُ أَحَدٌ الْمُصْحَفَ بِعِلَاقَتِهِ. Like for example, you have a string, a rope, a thread you tie to the Quran and you are holding that thread. So Imam Malik said, don't do that when you don't have wudu. وَلَا عَلَى وِسَادَةٍ. You don't have wudu, you put Quran on the pillow, you carry it. He said, don't do that even. Except you have wudu. وَلَوْ جَاذَ ذَلِكَ. If that would have been permissible, لَحُمِلَ فِي خَبِيئَتِهِ وَلَمْ يُكْرَهَ ذَلِكَ. You could have then touched the cover of the Quran, the ghilaf of the Quran. But this is not permissible. So that is why by the string or by the pillow is also not permissible. Imam Malik said three things he prohibited: ilaqa, visada, and khabi'a. Ghilaf, the cover, the thread, and the pillow. Then Imam Malik said it never means that your hands are dirty with the curry or with the dirt. لا لأن يكون في يدي الذي يحمله شيء يدنس به المصحف. That the mushaf will become dirty. No, this is not because of that. It is symbolic. ولكن إنما كره ذلك لمن يحمله وهو غير طاهر إكراما للقرآن. This is a respect to the Quran. وتعظيما له, and respect. Where you get it, Imam Malik, this from? قال مالك أحسن ما سمعت في هذه الآية لا يمسه إلا المطهرون. I got this from this ayah. You understand him saying? And did he say? Another place also in the Quran say the same thing. In Surah Abasa, في صحف مكرمة مرفوعة مطهرة بأيدي سفرة كرام بررة. Okay? You don't even know what the Quran in the ayah. How high Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about the Quran. Okay? Now, a person who is junub. Junub means the person who has to take a first ghusl. So he cannot touch the Quran, he cannot read the Quran from his memory. Okay? And a lady that she's in her period or after childbirth, she is not praying, the same thing. So 3 people I mentioned. Junub, Haiz, and Nafasa. 3 people cannot touch and they cannot read. Okay? The one who has no wudu and he want to read it from the memory, he can do that. He's not touching, but he want to read it, he don't have wudu, you can do that. All right? And the same thing, that the ghilaf, the cover which is stitched with it, it is the same thing as the Quran. But if suppose there is another shawl or a piece of cloth that the Quran is wrapped in it, you can do that. You don't have wudu, you can carry it like that. A sheet of cloth which is separate, it is not stitched with the Quran, and it is covered in it, then you can touch that. But if the cover which is stitched with it, you cannot do that either. All right? So this is how it is. A little bit relaxation the ulama give in this respect to the little children who are 5-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old. You don't have any control over them, and then you implement so much. So if they can do that, so you can give a little. When they start the mushaf, you make sure that they make wudu. Later on, they break the wudu, you don't even know, so that's fine. A little bit relaxation you can give to the little children who are what? Reading the Quran, right? Okay. So this is what it is. Go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. فلا أقسم, so I do swear بمواقع, the setting place of النجوم, the stars. وإنه, and indeed it is, لقسم, I swear, لو تعلمون, that you don't, if you understand, عظيم, very great. إنه, indeed this, لقرآن, the Quran Kareem is noble. في كتاب, in the book, مكنون, protected. لا يمسه, no, you do not touch, do not touch it. إلا المطهرون, except the one that are clean.
Very clean.
Very clean.
Okay. Here.
قلقلا أقسم.
And here.
غنة بمواقع النجوم.
Here again.
غنة وإنه.
Tanween followed by lam.
إدغام بلا غنة لقسم لو.
And here.
That's lean.
Wow,
lean. لو تعلمون. غنة إنه. إخفاء لقرآن كريم. إدغام مع الغنة كتاب مكنون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم. بمواقع النجوم. وإنه لقسم لو تعلمون عظيم. إنه لقرآن كريم في كتاب مكنون لا يمسه إلا المطهرون.
ما شاء الله. وآخر